Sugar little piece, wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Sugar little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Sugar little piece, wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Check your little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Sugar little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
To kick off for New York.
The veteran kicker Graham Gano puts it on the tee. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. He's got room to run right at the start. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Here we go.
On first and 10, Burrow. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On two, ready?
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Gun. Got.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's third and 7.
Here we go.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
That is taken at the 10. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.
Let's go.
Motion man is Hyatt. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. And he'll work this out to the 23. Jordan Whitehead is there to bring him down. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. He'll drop to throw. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right back to the air following that pick six. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A pickup there of 28 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results. All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Go, Reed. Go. Set.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Go.
They'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, they just try a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Tracy now to return it. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10.
Street! Ready!
Second down and 3.
Let's go! Trap 60! Trap 60! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hut, hut!
Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's his 1st touchdown this year. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. His drive will start on the ground. Yeah! And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Bengals on top. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment.
On the double.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Set up. Dragon 60. Check go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that ball. Whoa!
1, ready?
1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back, and you're wondering, what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out, and he's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't. And now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
He'll go right and find his running back, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
His second catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
This one taken in by Hyatt. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another New York Giants.
Throwing now from the gun. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
It's your set.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Here we go.
You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
11.
a second down throw for Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Burrow to throw. That one taken in by Burton. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Gun. Got.
On first down, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. And he's in. Andre Yosivas. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Tracy now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Check smash. Ready.
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
Let's go now.
At the 9-yard line.
Check go.
Back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency?
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Bengals have got it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, Quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They'll come up here first and 10.
MT, take 11 MT. Dot.
Burrow now. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. This offense finding themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half, Mike. There's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Come a little closer. Here's second and goal.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he foregoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football, as we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's a run going left. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll push forward for about a yard. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Go!
Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And that one incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Second down, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5. That is a big play for Cincinnati. A pickup of 44 yards.
Eleven.
Now, Burrow. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Olsen and Evo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Street. Ready?
On the toss, they'll run. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
He'll get this out wide, and he will score. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown, New York. Gano on to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Giants will get just a bit closer. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
I'm fine. Ready? Here we go. Stop.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. He's to the 15, and he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Tracy now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now. Check go.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter.
Eagles 49, Giants 16.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready, hut.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the air one more time. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Come on, set.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
Ready. Check, Bobcat, go!
Slayton is the man in motion. He'll stay on the ground. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Go!
They'll stick with him again. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9. Here's a run. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll go with him again. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
Now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
No reason not to go for it at this point. They will on 4th and goal. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Brown. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
Here we go.
3rd and 6.
12.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
It's just set. Stop.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll be third down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth.
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. He works free, right side. And he's going to